What's going on with it, though? Spongetopsy here to save the day. Tonight we'll be discussing Bubblestand, followed by Ripped Pants. This episode kind of lands in the I remember it but not fully category, but obviously a classic nonetheless. For instance, I didn't even realize this thing was the third episode in the series by any means. It all kind of blends together with Bubble Buddy for me, probably.
The water is shimmering, scallops are chirping.
See, I knew these things were scallops. Perhaps scallops are only of the peach variety. Damn, Squidward is evil AF in this frame. Notice how between these two animations the half-finished construction lines up more or less. Yeah, we like to see that.
Okay.
This is a nice look into Squidward's studio de artista, seeing his two passions, art and clarinet with this shot. But he only seems to enjoy drawing himself. This gives the viewer some self-absorbed vibes maybe, or perhaps a lack of general creativity. Squidward absolutely sucking at the clarinet here is more important for something later on in this episode. Spongebob left his front door open earlier again, however, it has disappeared completely off the hinges.
I'm gonna need to borrow a quarter.
Sure thing, Patrick.
Oh, 1 quarter.
Thank you.
I feel like I definitely tried biting coins as a child because of this scene to try and look cool. Yeah, don't do that. They're all real. Just stick with crayons.
Business is booming.
SpongeBob could have totally been super cocky watching Patrick struggle with the bubble blowing, but instead patiently waits and lets him try at least. Good man.
Very well then. Hey, Sponge, can I borrow another quarter? Thanks.
Okay,
Marketing genius.
take 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then pelvic thrust. Woo! Woo!
Pelvic thrust is an actual exercise. Slightly hilarious, however, really hits your glutes, hamstrings, and core. Pro tip, it doesn't really look like that. I sorta tried it. Check this out.
Glutes at the top and back down. Making sure when we do this, we're not arching our lower back. We want to pull.
All the different shapes are quite impressive. I mean, this is no small potatoes bubble blowing by any means. Ha!
It's a giraffe!
Squidward, now getting personally targeted by these bubble attacks, goes to the stand to give SpongeBob a piece of his mind.
That's not art. That's just annoying blowing bubbles. That's the lamest idea I have ever heard.
Sheesh, Squidward, why'd you have to do him like that?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
The pineapple door is still open after all this time, which is what we like to see, baby.
That'll be 25 cents, sir.
Whoa, what?
Busted!
So offer lessons for beginners.
Beginners?
The lessons placard is almost identical in these two scenes, which is pretty cool. Squidward hands off his genuine minted quarter to SpongeBob and attempts to rip off a couple big ones. Even though Squidward's ego gets in the way, he's still forking out the cash for every bubble, which is nice to see.
You guys didn't blow anything like that. SpongeBob, you don't think I created that beautiful work of art with your help?
After that slight touch of subtle narcissism, we already know karma is coming. Bro, how did Patrick lose this body slam? Squid's clarinet skills improved greatly with his elevated sense of self, and oh no, here we go. Based on the way Spongebob and Patrick are facing in the scene, it looks like Squidward's house should be floating away kind of behind their neighborhood. However, in this scene, he's in front of the neighborhood, and somehow his direction of travel was transposed reverse. In this final part where Spongebob and Patrick part ways, they'd theoretically be walking towards each other's houses instead of their own. I'm just gonna chalk this up to ocean currents. It's also funny how the entire episode, not a single boat drives by the Bubblestand to kind of show that these neighborhood business efforts are basically only going to involve these three characters. Reminds me of growing up on a dead-end street trying to have a yard sale. True story. Didn't go well. Yeah, not a whole lot of anything in this episode. I'm sorry. I was kind of grasping at straws here. Not to worry though, Ripped Pants has a lot of great depth and character development. And assuming you're slightly familiar with the episode, a good lesson on attention-seeking behavior that will ruin friendships and or make the entire city loathe you.
Hey, Sandy, who am I?
Sandy hasn't met Squidward yet, at least to our knowledge, maybe off camera. She's only met Patrick so far. She might be doing that thing when people fake laugh just to be in on the joke. The alpha male approaches and totally decapitates SpongeBob's firm hold on Sandy's attention.
Give it a try, Sandy.
Whoa, 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 where did all the other dudes go that were just here? Also, I guess Bikini Bottomers just enjoy watching other people work out from the grandstands. That's a little weird. Maybe it's not weird. Yeah, they seem to be enjoying themselves. Fred is losing his goddamn mind. They're not as impressed with Larry, maybe because they've been watching him all day, and also no reused animations. That's some good stuff. Fred and a few others from the behind the stands perspective disappear when the camera is facing the front. Let's see who we got. Blue guy, potato salad guy, Fred, green glasses guy, boater guy, and gray fish. I'd say they're all there besides blue guy with the red shirt and Fred. Oh, I love Marshmallow guy. He's just vibing on his own. I want to know his story. Man, poor Sponge. Just trying to do his best to impress Sandy and Larry, but makes a fool of himself by tearing himself a new one.
That was too funny. You are hilarious.
Ain't he the funniest little sponge you ever saw?
There's a few discrepancies with the characters in the background, kind of changing between these two scenes. I know you probably don't care, but I broke it down anyways, because I felt like it. Sponge continues to more or less fail on purpose at activities to show off his ripped pants joke. It's already getting old, man.
Oops.
The bodybuilders are here now, laughing it up. Looks like things are going good for SpongeBob's center of attention obsession. Incidental ice cream stand guy isn't having it with the jokes, as we can start to see the beginning of SpongeBob's ultimate beach-going demise. I'm impressed SpongeBob can actually surf, considering he struggled to hit a volleyball. Have any of you guys ever surfed before? It looks pretty difficult. I can snowboard, that's about it. Yikes. This is literally the worst thing you could do at the beach. Maybe besides yelling.
That wasn't funny, SpongeBob. Y'all had me worried sick.
Even dude guy is like...
Dude.
This list furthermore shows SpongeBob's pathological behavior has got out of control. And he still doesn't get what the problem is. SpongeBob, realizing he's messed up really bad, summons other beach losers to share anguish with one another. It's a very nice touch seeing the phone and sandcastle from the beginning of the episode. I do have to point out that this guitar has 4 tuning pegs but only 3 strings. Very indie. Although I'm not going to play the song here, it's honestly a very nice and well done surf jam song. I like it a lot. Impressive SpongeBob somehow ended up playing a packed stadium in just 2 minutes time. The song was actually written by Paul Tibbett and Peter Strauss. Peter also sang it, This being the show's first character-performed song, giving us a taste of that funny thing they do in the show, changing characters' voices briefly in a way that works really, really well. Spongebob gets his friends back, and all is well in the end. It's nice even Larry shows his appreciation despite the obvious embarrassment that Spongebob just endured. A couple hard lessons learned here. For one, seeking attention can easily go too far, and you can end up making a fool of yourself and even lose friends in the process. Also, pretending to die is not something anyone should ever do. Spongebob was a little out of touch on that subject. Hope you all enjoyed this episode of Spongetopsy. Some of these will obviously be a little less exciting than others, as both of these episodes each took place in one single area of Bikini Bottom. Not a whole lot to discuss. It is what it is. Pretty good classic episodes I've seen a million times. If you had any further thoughts or missed details about any episodes, always feel free to leave your ideas down below in the comments, or older videos too. And remember,